journey of the soul. So how many of you find this? Where does the soul journey start? How many of you find this interesting? I don't know, but yes, this is what we will get into today. Sip Anna, Sip Jyoti, Sip Atmanand, Sip Siri, Sip Sadanand, Sip Mahek, Sip Rajanand, Sip Krishna, Sip Chotwani, Sip Parvatiyama, Sip Samatma, Sip Siva, Sip Sukhi, Sip Sarlanand, Sip Das, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Ahem, Sip Kamalji, Sip Siba, Sip Sagai, Sip Dasi, Sip Anil, Sip Sundar, Sip Kumar, Sip Pik, Sip Premchandji, Sip Soham, Sip Meenakshi, Sip Manisha, Sip Ahem Atma, Sip Bliko, and the rest of you. Remember, video gets a priority administrator, as we have said, but we are going to start today. Is everybody admitted in the call? Okay. Maybe my signal is okay, right? Signal is positive? Good. So who wants to tell me what, according to you, is the journey of the soul? Where does the soul journey start? Where does the soul journey finish? We have got Ahem Atma. Yes, Ahem Atma and Krishna, and then Anna. Three are the batsmen who are on the field. Let's start. Where does the soul journey start? Unmute, please. Ahem Atma, you have to unmute. You're not unmuting. Administrator, any problem? Why is he not unmuting?
No, I have given.
Hey, Mahatma, you're not unmuting. You have to unmute. It's not working. Please try. Till then, Krishna, you can go ahead. And then, hey, Mahatma, as soon as you can unmute, you can speak. But Krishna.
Sir, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
I clicked thinking there is nobody, but this is something which you had made us very clear even in the Pune retreat. The understanding is the soul gives spark to the mind and ego, and which when the self fertilizes and becomes a first zygote, that is where the soul journey starts. Of course, the source is Sip, but the spark of unique life begins when the two cells fertilizes, and then when one cell becomes two cells becomes 25 billion or 35 trillion cells. Every cell, you have told us, it is soul energy. So the soul multiplies and the entire organ systems, the entire prana, jnanendriya, everything, karmendriya, everything, the organ systems are given power by the soul, because the soul gives you consciousness and everything. So the entire power we have is because of the soul. And when soul leaves, death happens and we merge with.
So I listened to you. In your understanding, you are absolutely clear, or any doubt?
I have no doubt, because you demonstrated also that day.
I don't remember so that's why I asked. So what we'll do is, I respect what you said very beautifully, but I may call you back. I may call you back to ask further question. See, in this journey of enlightenment, soul is a very important aspect. Just like for any footwear, if
This
for
your
any
explanation. This is your explanation. I'm clear about it, but there are few things I'm not clear about, which I thought maybe along the way I may understand. Because मुझे even कभी-कभी लगता है कि why are you calling spark of unique life? It could be spark of universal life. वो भी मुझे कभी-कभी आ जाता है. But I understand you, that time you said soul, my soul is different from Vanita Siva's soul. वो तो है, but it is not, Abibi, it is not a complete realization, but yes, there is understanding.
good. The soul is very, very important. And we, in the journey of enlightenment, good, you're saying that there's a little confusion. And I'm also telling you that this confusion is created by mind. It is coming to create some कुछ जुगाड़ करना, कुछ जुगाड़ करना. Like just now, as I'm telling you, my mind came and told me just now Just like the soul is journey, soul is very important for enlightenment. Whatever footwear you wear, also soul is very important. Imagine in your footwear there is no soul. SOLE.
Ah, yes, sir.
Imagine in your footwear there
Acha.
is no soul. What will
Ah,
happen to your footwear if there is no soul? Can you walk with the footwear?
no.
So that soul is so important to footwear. This soul is critical for enlightenment. My mind was giving this jugad. Just now how I told you, my mind came and gave that ting, ting, ting. Let me call Ahem Atmas because thank you, Krishna, but it's not over. We are still in the discussion. Ahem Atma.
Sir, good evening, sir. Krishnan.
Good evening.
Good evening. Sir, as far as my opinion is concerned, soul is a ship and ship is everywhere, actually. If that be the case, there is no journey for soul. There is no journey for soul as far as my little understanding is concerned. Soul never travels. It is only the mind and the ego which carries the impressions from this birth to next birth and next birth to next birth. Therefore, soul never carries any journey. Soul is omnipotent and omniscient. That is my
Correct.
understanding.
If
If I'm wrong,
no, not wrong. But I want to just correct
because when we are calling soul is a ship is
it is
everywhere.
just like it is just like you telling.
Yeah.
It is you just like you telling. The wave is everywhere in the ocean.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, the wave is not everywhere in the ocean. The ocean is everywhere. The wave is only coming. The wave is only coming from the ocean to the beach. And
Okay.
after you're from Chennai, so you know beach very well, huh?
Yeah, Marina Beach.
So the wave is not there in everywhere in the ocean.
Mm.
In the ocean, the wave is not yet there.
Yeah.
The wave, when you see, okay, now just imagine, close your eyes. When the wave comes, ocean is just like that. Suddenly from the ocean, I'm in Maldives, what I'm seeing, suddenly from the ocean, one wave emerges. And that wave, when it comes on the beach, and the moment it flash on the beach, then the wave goes back and becomes one with the ocean. The wave analogy is clear, Krishna?
Yeah, perfect.
So also, what Krishna just now told, when the mother's egg and the father's sperm, when they are going to fertilize, in that moment of fertilize, what you said, that SIP energy, which is omnipresent,
Yeah.
that SIP energy will give one spark of unique life. And that one spark of unique life is in your body from that time of conception till the time of death. That is not omnipresent. That energy is contained in your body.
Even we can say that the conception, birth, death, everything is a dream, actually. When we are in a dreaming stage,
No.
the life itself is a dream.
Aham
Actually,
Atma.
once the
Aham
soul
Atma.
comes out of our body,
No.
we are,
This is not no. You cannot say it is a dream. It is
Okay.
like a dream.
like a dream. Okay.
It's not. It is not. If I'm having now, I'm having tea now. I'm having berry tea.
Yeah.
In a dream, I'm having berry tea, or
No,
actually I'm having.
No. As far as this mind and ego is concerned, this body is eating. Since we are conscious, we are saying that we are eating, but that itself is an ego only eating.
That's okay, but we are eating.
We
No
are
doubts
eating.
we are.
Yeah, of
We are
course.
eating.
We are
But
eating.
when in the dream I'm eating anna sambar. In the dream I'm having anna sambar. I'm not eating. It is only a thought, only an imagination.
Correct. And my one doubt is, when a person dies, when his soul goes out of his body, for that soul, when it looks at his body, his or her body, it will be like a dream. Whatever has happened in the past.
Yeah, but
It's a
soul does
dream.
not look. Soul has no eyes. Soul will not look.
Okay.
Soul is just like two balloons. I always give example. The moment you burst the balloon, air in the balloon will merge with the air everywhere. Soul will merge with the supreme soul everywhere. But till the air is in the balloon, that air in the balloon is separate and the air in the universe is separate. When the air inside, that clarity we must have.
Correct.
That's why today, very good you brought this point. Very good that we must have complete clarity. See, one thing I realize, if I cannot help you all to attain that state of enlightenment, then I fail. So I want to put a lot of effort in these calls to help you to be completely enlightened. In fact, that's why you all should start becoming teachers. You should have your own students and you should be teaching 10 people, 15 people. I'm happy Krishna has started. It gives me a lot of happiness that she's talking. Rajesh Rao is sent me his agenda. So we need to have, you all must teach. And you must share that, how many people you are teaching, what you are teaching, because the teaching strengthens your learning. A teacher cannot be a good teacher until the teacher has got good wisdom and good knowledge and good learning. Therefore, I encourage all of you to start in the new year, in 2025. I'm not saying somebody who has not learnt. Those who have learnt the subject well, you must start teaching, and you're welcome. That's when my Guruji told me in 2016. My Guruji told me, now you have to start teaching. My Guruji told me, I did not start. My Guruji told me, no, you have to start talking. You have to start talking to people now. Go and talk to people.
But
So-
one thing I wanted to say, sir, even though we have I have gone to some book exhibition which is being conducted, there are thousands of people who are going and coming. Even though I am looking at them from my soul consciousness, the power of Maya is very, very strong, very strong. No? The
Absolutely.
persons, lakhs and lakhs of people, crores of people are there in this world. And nobody is asking for enlightenment, and nobody knows there is a divine soul which is inside. There is no consciousness at all. That is the question of attaining God or not asking for enlightenment or asking for rebirth from God or SIP. They don't even have a basic knowledge of what you said is correct. I will start. Charity begins at home. I will start from my wife.
I know, and build a group.
Yeah.
I got a new topic. I hope next few days we will do a new topic. Kumbh Mela. Now this
Yeah.
Kumbh Mela is coming. How many crores of people, some hundreds of millions of people are going to go for Kumbh Mela? What is Kumbh Mela?
Yeah.
What is it? So I wanted to study a little bit before I should not talk out of ignorance.
Literally,
So,
only one thing I want to say, sir. I booked for a flight ticket yesterday to the Hyderabad for attending some Dhyana Maha Yajnam, some meditation. I booked a ticket and everything. Suddenly, I thought this class has made me realize when SIP is everywhere, why I should go there and meditate. I can meditate here itself. I cancelled.
absolutely. No.
I cancelled my plane tickets.
Good, very
Thanks
good. You're
for your
safe.
support,
You're
sir.
safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I am Atma.
Yeah.
Natraj Anna. And then Nichani. So all of you are very advanced. I hope all of you, cross the bar. That's what I'm hoping. You have to cross the bar. Anna, yes, Anna.
I bow down to Guruji.
Namaskar.
I have seen your Insta. 2 stories you have told. It is very nice.
Ah,
The little girl was adopted and lapped on the king's lap.
good. Yes.
And also the person was asked for the
Prisoner.
prisoner to go out of the prison.
That is
I-
only when our intelligence is alike. Only when intelligence is awake, then only we can overcome ignorance. That's what important. To be happy, if intellect is there, we can be happy.
That is very nice you are told. And also I have started listening just now only. After your Insta, I started your podcast with the Swamiji.
Huh.
Happiness.
Okay, how is that? You're seeing that? You
I
must
have
give
not seen
feedback.
fully. I was halfway through. I have not seen fully. It was excellent. It was excellent.
Anubhavananda, Swami Anubhavananda.
Anubhavananda, he is talking with you, and you are also telling we are all both happy ambassadors, happiness ambassadors.
Good. Please watch it and tell me if there's anything. Any question for today, Anna?
That what you told, the soul's journey, where it starts. It has already been there in the universe by Brahman. From the Brahman only we are getting the spark of the soul.
So
And
where does the soul journey start? You're telling me it's there from eternal.
Yes.
No, Anna. The soul only gives life
Yes.
from the time of your conception, 9 months before your arrival day, from the time you are conceived till the time you are dead. Soul
Yes.
only gives, then it becomes one with the SIP.
Yes.
Soul is not there forever and ever. SIP is there forever and ever. SIP is there SIP is Brahman.
Yes, soul is coming. Soul
is coming from that eternal power.
So the power is always there. We are taking the electricity from there.
No, Anna, you are right. Now, it is like saying, when did the light come on in my house?
When you
When
switch
the bulb
switch on the light.
You cannot say, no, the light is there. I not switch on also, the light is there. Is the light there?
No.
Not there. It is off.
Yes.
Only when you switch on, the current will flow in the bulb, correct?
Yes.
Only when you are conceived, when in the mother's womb you are conceived, then only the soul starts.
Yes.
That soul is not, it is not mortal. It will not die. It is not born. It flows
It is.
from SIP. It
It is
comes from
immortal.
SIP.
It is
But
immortal.
it comes from SIP in that moment of conception. Are you understanding?
Yes.
No doubt, right? No,
No doubt.
You
No
can
doubt.
see, soul is not there from thousands of years. No, the
The
soul,
energy is there. The energy is there, isn't it?
energy is there. Just like I told, who I told just now, the wave. The wave is coming from the ocean, going back to the ocean.
Yes.
But the wave is not there throughout the ocean. No, it comes from the ocean, it goes back to the ocean.
Yes.
Think of the soul like that. Are you clear or you're still not
Yes.
clear?
Yes. I am clear. I am clear.
Yeah.
Our body is made of 5 elements.
That's okay.
Yes.
That element also is giving energy from the soul.
Yes. Yes.
But your soul is different from my soul.
Yes.
The soul in you, if the soul leaves, my soul will not leave. Both the soul come from SIP. Both the soul are coming from SIP. Both the soul will go back to SIP. But as long as the soul is in you, the soul is in me, separate soul, not the same soul.
Yes.
I hope you are clear.
Yes. I can understand.
Okay, good.
Thank
Ashok
you.
Nichani. Thank you. Ashok Nichani. Very important for us to understand to attain enlightenment. Very important. Ashok and then Mac. Siri, Will.
Shom Sarji.
Sure.
Sarji, my answer was at the moment of conception.
Correct. Good answer. You have answered in consciousness because the consciousness answer question is, where does the soul journey start? Ashok, how come today you have so much consciousness?
Sarji, all the divine grace, Sarji.
How correct?
I pray to the divine to keep me in consciousness all the time.
नहीं, कैसा सही, मतलब एक वर्ड भी आपने गलत नहीं बोला, एक वर्ड ऊंचे नीचे नहीं किया, करेक्ट आंसर बोला आज.
Moment, at the moment.
नहीं, because otherwise sometime you go around Brindavan and Rameshwar and you will bring the answer. But today you told the answer so clearly. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Atma and Mehek.
Good evening, Guruji.
Good evening.
So actually, I had different answer, but then after listening to previous conversations, I understood that it was wrong one. So I
But
had
what was your previous answer?
previous one was I thought it was the soul was like soul did not have a start and did not have an end. It was like energy. But
Correct.
then I realized
So,
it's not.
but you understand, the energy does not have a start and does not have an end. But the time, when does energy enter the bulb? When you switch on. When the energy stop going to the bulb, when you switch it off. Correct? You understanding so like that also, when you came in your mother's womb, when you were conceived in your mother's womb, 9 months before your birthday, that time without the soul, you would not have been born. You would not have been conceived.
Okay, related that I had few questions.
Yes.
So if soul is not related to SIP, like it is from SIP, but not SIP or energy, how is it created?
Soul is SIP energy. It is just like a wave. A wave comes from where?
Ocean.
It is part of the ocean. After splashing on the beach, where does the wave go?
Ocean water only.
Same way, SIP, from the SIP, the soul comes. It gives you life, your full life. When your life is over, it goes back to SIP.
So who gets enlightened then if soul goes back to SIP?
Yeah. Who gets enlightened is Mehak. The person who is the body, mind, ego, soul, composite body, the human being gets enlightened.
Okay. So
It's just like saying, when Mehak goes to school, who goes to school? The eye or the nose or the leg or the hand?
Mehak.
Mehak goes. So full Mehak is one composite being. So who gets enlightened? To be enlightened, the body must be there. Without body, enlightenment not possible. Mind and ego should be there. Intellect should be there. Soul should be there. The whole composite human being gets enlightened.
Okay, and then one more energy is like joined with SIP, or what happens to that enlightened human being?
That enlightened human being soul is still in the human being till the moment of death. Till death,
Hmm.
the soul is still there. When the body dies, what happens?
Soul goes like out
Back to SIP.
outside. Yeah,
And what happens to the mind and ego?
it also goes away, I guess.
Where does it go away?
No idea.
Enlightenment means there is no mind and ego.
Okay.
If there is no enlightenment, what happens when the body dies? To the mind and ego,
Mind
what
and ego
happens?
won't be there.
If there's no enlightenment, where does the mind and ego go?
Into next body or
Correct. It is
okay.
reborn because of ignorance. But if you come to know there's no mind and ego, then when the body dies,
Achha, it is not there, it dies. I guess.
finish. There's no mind and ego, you become one with SIP. Story's over.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? You got all your questions,
Yes,
right?
I got it.
Good. Nice to see you. Come whenever you can join. Join. I understand you're busy in school, but keep joining, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Siri and Will.
Sure, Guruji. So the answer is given, but still I had written that when the two cells get fertilized and it appears, the soul appears, so a spark of unique life. And when the body dies, the soul leaves the body. And if you are enlightened, it merges with SIP. And if you are not enlightened, you have to take rebirth.
And the soul? If you're not enlightened, the soul?
The soul will it merges anyway, but it has to reborn. It against come. Whereas mind and ego, soul does not come. It is merges with SIP only. Soul does not come. It merges with SIP.
Will the same soul be reborn with mind and ego?
No. Energy. It's a soul energy.
So you're clear, absolutely clear, no doubt.
Clear, no doubt.
Siri and Krishna, you all may be wondering why AiR is bringing this question up on Zoom. Why I'm bringing this question? Many people are confused on this whole thing. Soul journey, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling something, Arjuna is asking something, people are, Upanishad is telling something, and Christianity is telling something.
Pune retreat has made us very, this one, Guruji. Because Pune retreat question.
Yeah. So it's very important to know, where does the soul journey start? What is the soul? Where does the soul journey start? Where does the soul journey end? Very, very important. This subject, if without this subject, enlightenment is not possible. This clarity, the whole clarity about the soul, SOUL, spark of unique life. Soul is SIP, but it is not the same as the SIP. It's coming from SIP and going back to SIP, like the wave in the ocean. That's the analogy we must understand. Will Rajanand Meenakshi. Meenakshi has another soul in her. So let's see what she tells about that. Will Rajanand and Meenakshi.
Thanks for taking the call. So it seems to me that the mind and the ego are on the journey, but the soul is not really on the journey. It's the mind and the ego that are on the journey.
Correct. Very beautifully said. So the mind and ego have this journey which goes on and on from one life to another life to another life. But in reality, even the soul is part of that journey, no, Will? The soul is energizing that journey, but it's also becoming part of that journey. Your soul, Will, you have a soul right now, that's why you're talking to me. Your soul, in essence, is not your soul. Your soul belongs to SIP. Your soul is SIP. SIP is energizing you in the form of your soul. Yeah. So that SIP is having a journey in your body from conception to departure as your soul, as your divine soul. SIP is also part of the journey of your life.
I think it's confusing, though, to call that a journey. I think because in the West they have this, they have the same phrase, soul journey, and they've got it completely wrong. And I just prefer to use that.
You know why?
Why they get that? You know, you're falling into the old trap, and if you write a book on the soul journey, people think, well, we know all about that, but the point is you don't.
No, the soul does not have a journey in the sense the soul does not continue journey after death into another journey. This is the confusion. The soul is just a spark. It gives a spark and it's over.
I
Finito.
think it's a very important point because the word soul is very badly misunderstood. Creates all kinds of trouble, you know.
Yeah, people think the soul becomes a ghost, and they say after death the soul will be going around in the sky,
Exactly.
and then it
But also,
appears as a,
you also have a very strong division between the soul and God. And this is, in fact, the basis of Islam. Islam makes this strong division. The soul is one thing, God is another. A very strong
yeah.
division. Completely
And the
dissolved.
moment you have the duality, that soul is different and God is different, that means you can never become God. You can never become what you truly are.
I
So
think.
this is the biggest ignorance of life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rajanand Meenakshi.
Sir, sir,
Namaste.
Shubham sir,
Bole sir.
sir, from the point of conception, that means from the zygote level, to the departure of the soul at the time of death, the soul illuminates our everything, our life, and all that. So it is journey in that right
Yes, sir.
sense. What we
Yes,
have
sir.
learned from this. Now,
Yes.
my mind takes me that if one step backwards from the zygote level, I don't know whether I'm. ये ठीक
No,
बोल
very
या
good.
नहीं.
Very good. हाँ, बोलो,
because
very good.
because
Very good.
there's
बोलो.
एक thought आता है मुझे बार बार कि
हाँ.
that the male cell is also carrying some consciousness, the female cell is also, because moment तो है ना दोनों में, they there's a fusion, what the fusion resultant we called zygote. Okay sir, we call that zygote. Then the both the energies are also the fusion of the both the energies, both the vibrations. So that net, that I am taking that net resultant of that fusion is called what we call soul, because that fusion gives a new life.
No.
Okay.
Very,
Yes, sir.
very good understanding. Your understanding is fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir. Yes.
ऐसा नहीं होता है. अगर
हाँ सर.
ऐसा होता तो
हाँ
भगवान
सर.
की जरूरत नहीं है.
ठीक सर, ठीक. हाँ सर.
अगर try to get the point. What you're saying is very beautiful and a very good point to understand. Now let me explain this point.
Yes, sir.
You are absolutely right that the male energy has got move हो रहा है, जी move होता है, और
हाँ सर.
फीमेल एनर्जी भी जान है, प्राण है उस फीमेल एनर्जी में.
Yes.
What if, I'm asking you,
Yes.
what if the fertilization was not to happen? Will that male energy, if it's outside the body and the female energy is outside the body, will they still be alive?
They will die.
They will die.
Yeah.
So they are only carrying that potent energy
Yeah.
for the purpose of fertilization.
Okay.
But the fertilization is created by new soul. Now let me explain to you spiritually why. अभी आप मुझे बताइए. You tell me. According to divine law or according to karma, fertilization कब और क्यों होता है? When and why does fertilization happen?
This is the will of divine, sir, at that moment.
Why it happens? Why that will of divine? It's some मनमानी है या कुछ logic है?
Continuity of the creation, sir. I think so.
Why it happens? Because Rajan, because that mind and ego which is entering has karma.
That has to, उसको समझ गया सर, उसको करना होता है ना, because that has to take the body, otherwise वो नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो result नहीं मिलेगा उसको, experience नहीं मिलेगी अपने कर्मों की. Yes. Because of that they have to do it. Yeah.
And that is why the soul is to come. अगर वो soul आके उनको एक नहीं बनाएगा, then it's only mechanical. Sperm and egg में पढ़ाएंगे, it's only a mechanical fusion. It's not a mechanical fusion.
So it is in ये पूरा connected है माहौल सारा. It's all connected. Yes,
but I hope you understood. So,
yes,
so the energy of the father and the mother is not responsible for the soul of the child.
Okay.
They are only responsible for the genes, but not the soul. The biological genes of the mother and the father have some connection with the sperm and the egg, but the soul has no connection. The soul is divine.
Soul is divine. Yes, soul is divine.
I hope I've explained it correctly.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
Very important point. Thank you.
Yes.
We then have next after Rajan, Meenakshi. Yes, Meenakshi, welcome. But are you on video, I hope, or not?
No, so video, I'm not
No
able
problem.
to.
No problem. You have got special permission. Bolo.
Yeah,
Otherwise, today we have started giving video more priority, but
yeah.
you have got special permission. Bolo, Meenakshi.
No, actually, I'm in hospital, so that is why I have not
Okay.
on.
Are you okay? Is
Yeah, yeah,
everything
I'm
okay?
okay. Sir. Good, good, good. Till now,
Okay.
I'm good.
Any
So,
question?
no question. I'm actually able to relate to all these calls in better way because I have soul in myself, in me.
Yes. Yes.
So, I think the short answer is journey of soul is womb to tomb. So,
Beautiful. What a beautiful answer. The journey is from womb to tomb. Beautiful answer. Beautiful answer.
because mind and because out of ignorance, mind and ego is still alive. So that has to come to settle the karma. Because of that, soul is
Yes.
required, and soul is sip is everywhere. Sip's journey is everywhere, but soul's journey is only womb. Is in
Very,
only
very,
womb.
very, very good.
Yeah,
So do you realize your soul is separate and the
yeah,
baby in you has already got a soul from 8 months, eight months
yes,
plus, correct? So wo soul or wo baby or wo mind and ego and that karma has nothing to do with you.
yes.
Well,
Sir,
you're the mother.
you only told one day ki baby's karma is completely different. It is not connected even as that as 1% to my karma.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
why you
think
cannot be attached. That's why
yes,
you're only a custodian of SIP
yes,
in your stomach.
yes, sir.
You don't have that is the freedom you have today. Prabhu, I'm surrendered to you. जो भी है आपके हाथ में है. मेरा क्या है? मेरा कुछ नहीं है.
Yes, sir. Because of that only I am so peaceful कि like कि मेरा तो कुछ है ही नहीं जो
So
जो है
very good.
आप ही ने दिया है आप ही को संभालना है types.
Okay, very good. You're admitted or
Yes.
you're just gone for checkup?
No, actually I had sort of false pain yesterday, so that is why I'm admitted. But I
Ah,
think they are keeping me under observation. So
okay, be in
tomorrow it will
consciousness.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but be in consciousness and surrender. जो होना है, don't. I told you take expert advice and move forward. Be
Yes.
in surrender mode. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Good, Meenakshi. Atma and Mehak. So we have somebody who has a soul within her. That's a unique opportunity for an enlightened, awakened person, at least, to have the realization that I have another soul inside me. It's very beautiful. Atma and Mehak, Bliko and Will.
Yes, sir. I have a question, one more question actually. So, like you said, mind and ego travels to next body depending on like karma or whatever the karma mind is having, like if it is not enlightened. So, what is the system in animals? Like, I don't think they have mind or ego. So, how their soul transfer? Like, how do?
Actually they also have mind and ego,
Oh,
but that mind and ego is kind of trapped. Trapped means it is locked. See, mind actually in reality there is no mind and ego. How it can travel? Because the mind, but that mind and ego which does not actually exist exists because of ignorance. It is not that just say who was telling me about the dream and who was telling. I said no. There's a difference between me having idli here and me having idli in my dream. It's separate. In my dream, I'm not eating idli, but here I'm eating idli. Now, you said the mind and ego. The mind, if the animal did not have a mind and ego, then why would the animal be born to suffer? Who has to suffer? It is only the mind and ego that has to suffer. We can understand. So, Mehak, you and me can't understand it so clearly. But I'm telling you, a dog. Can you see a dog? Have you seen a dog suffer or you have not seen a dog suffer? Have you seen any dog? Why it's suffering? Sometimes you see a bird. A bird is hopping. One of its paw is cut. It's not able to. One wing is hurt by somebody. Cat is attacked it. It can't fly. So the logic is we can understand it exactly, but that mind and ego is suffering. It is trapped in an animal and it is suffering.
Okay, so they don't have any chances at enlightenment, right?
No chance. Unless they have to come back as a human being. And then when they come back as a human being, then they can get enlightened.
Okay, good.
The journey in an animal is only to suffer because of our bad deeds.
Okay.
There is no other reason for if animals have got karma. Some people say animals don't have karma. Only karma knows. We can infer, we can understand, we can infer, but we cannot be 100% sure.
Mhm. Okay.
Got it?
Got it. Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Bliko, thank you. Bliko and Will.
Shivam, I love you, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Meenakshi's answer was, perfect and shortest answer I got. And
Yeah,
it's,
very good.
yeah. So in the Advait, it's a beauty to, explain this soul and sip very clearly. And it is very clear in our call that everybody know, but today it is more insight I got that, because we normally contemplate on birth and death, right, to
Mm.
understand the soul, which
Mm.
which is that traveling, we can say, right, in of ignorance, no doubt. And that ignorance will go once we get enlightenment. When the switch is on, then we know that, oh, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am soul. And soul is sip. So I'm connected to sip. I see everybody also same way, but they are in ignorance, so they don't know. So it's not my problem, but I have to understand, I have to help them. Like that you said, you discuss with others and try to explain. If they get it, get it. Don't get it, no problem. But it makes your understanding or your strengthen belief, not belief, but your knowledge become more stronger and more.
Tell me one
Yeah.
thing. Why do you think people are trapped in this ignorance? They think the soul is traveling. Why do you think like that? Try to explain me from your point of view. When you must be talking to some people, or whoever
Correct.
can explain this to me, why do people think that the soul also is going from one body to another body? Why people think like that?
People, not all people think that they
Some
soul
people. Why
travel,
some
but
people?
some people,
Why some people
because
think?
when just now somebody, two of my distance relative, they send me a message that their loved ones has expired, and Prabhu unko atma ko shanti de. So I give you your. So I laughed it inside, and I said, "Oh my God, again this atma ko shanti wala kam gaya." So I gave that that writing of our that soul is everybody has to die, and and we have to understand this, realize that, and get rid of this knowledge, this ignorance, and try to get enlightenment, right? So all that message I send it every time, and they also like it most of the time. But this deep rooted ignorance, it is very hard to remove, and that's why people think, because of that ignorance which was programmed from, like will always tell that from childhood, from the education we get this from our
But
parents.
I'm in the call. I get some
Big
messages
problem.
from SIP. So I got a message from SIP just now.
Mm-hmm.
For thousands of years, we all believed the sun rises in the east and the sun
And
sets in the west.
that's it.
Why do we
Yes.
always believe the sun rises in the east and sun sets in the west? Tell me, Bilko, why we believe that? Why we believe?
Because we don't realize the earth is moving, and
No, because we
sun is
see.
there, sun is not moving. We don't
We
see.
can see sun is right.
We can't
How,
see.
even a half blind person, how can you deny? Sun is coming in the east and setting in
Coming.
the west. Sun is coming in the
Yeah.
east and setting every day. How can you
So
deny it?
what appears is not true. That illusion creates this Maya. This Maya creates
So
this
this is a
illusion.
beautiful example how the sunrise and the sunset up. I only recently, how many years back,
Correct. Yeah.
I think was it Galileo? Was
Galileo or something? Yeah.
Galileo was put in the jail, in the prison.
Jail for that. Yeah.
by the church, and the church, because he criticized the church, he criticized, I think, the Bible or something. I don't know exactly.
Correct.
And the Pope recently apologized and gave apology to Galileo that he had to be in prison because somewhere in the Bible it is saying that the sun goes from sunrises in the east and sets in the west. Where it is, I don't know. I mean, technically, how it
Yeah.
is
So
understood,
that
how it is accepted.
belief was so strong. People are not ready to accept the scientific proof he was explaining because of that Bible and this religious. Like I tell you, this ignorance is so deep rooted. it is very hard to, make it understand or make it realize unless the person is ready to accept. Otherwise, no.
So therefore, people don't get the concept that the body, hardware, software, mind and ego,
No,
power
correct,
supply, soul, unless
correct,
you're clear in the concept, you cannot understand. Or you think, of course, the
correct.
soul is reborn. Of course, मेरी आत्मा ये शरीर से लेके मेरी आत्मा नई शरीर में जाएगी. Of course, no, but there's nothing like that.
Correct.
There is
And
no atma going.
people don't realize this happiness concept also, because people think that you tell me all this gnan is okay, but that's okay. I know that, but let's have a picnic. Well, let's have party. We have to enjoy our life, because they think that enjoy your life is only outside. There is nothing inside. So that's why people are not entering into the spiritual quest, because they think that okay, that's all knowledge. I know, oh, this is all knowledge, but I need to get pleasure outside. So people
Today,
don't find pleasure
I
inside.
spent 3 hours today in trying
Mhm.
to find the happiness people in the world. I could not find. I spent 3 hours. Please try to
Mhm.
Google who's the happiness ambassador of the world, who's the most happy. There is no happiness gurus in the world. There are
Correct.
no real happiness masters. I
This
spent hours.
Anubhav
And,
Anand, I listen them, but I didn't see your podcast. I have to watch that, but I listen him so many videos for him. But
yeah,
he
he
said,
calls
he always think that okay, what is that his thing?
Mauj mein raho.
Be happy, yeah, मौज में रहो, नहीं तो फौज में रहो. I like that thing. Sometimes he said, because to keep yourself happy is a biggest sadhana, actually, in my
And
opinion.
the easiest.
Easiest, correct.
If you have the right guidance of the right master, the happiness is not a complicated matter at all.
Yeah, it's very
But
easy, very simple. Yeah,
but unfortunately, whole world is unhappy. What
unhappy.
Buddha said the samsara only is dukkha.
Dukha,
According to
correct.
Buddha, ये samsara is dukkha hai.
Complete dukha, yeah. Because
Okay,
there are
good.
many sufferings. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
Will and Rajanand. Yes, Will and then Rajanand.
I think I just have to repeat a point. I always find it incredible, amazing that the body is energy and the soul is also energy. It's all just like energy. It's not really. I don't know if it's worth commenting on, but it.
No. Very good point. Will, very beautiful point. Have you got an answer to this, Will, or should I explain it to you?
Well, I think
Let me explain.
I know the Hindu philosophy has gone into this issue, but maybe you could explain it. In the West, we don't have the conversations you're having. Mr. Chidananda told me that 30% of Indian households are having spiritual conversations every evening. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but he said
No, they are having religious conversations.
30% is a very high
No,
number. Maybe you could
but
explain.
not. I don't believe spiritual. Spiritual conversation may be very low, but religious, yes, they're all talking about God and they're talking about puja and prayer. But you brought a very beautiful point, Will. I don't want to slip my. You're saying how can there be energy within energy? Correct? You said that something like that.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Let me give you a quick understanding. What is SIP? SIP is supreme immortal power. You're clear about that? SIP is a omnipresent energy. You're clear?
Yes.
If you ask AI, science calls it dark matter and dark energy. What is this dark matter and dark energy? You're familiar? It fills the whole universe. Any doubt about it?
No, that's it.
Now, point number 2. SIP, from this energy, as per quantum physics, SIP converted energy into the earth. SIP converted energy into the 5 elements of earth, water, air, fire, and space.
Yes.
So every molecule of matter, even your table and chair, has got SIP energy. There is no soul. There's no soul, but there's SIP energy. So up to this point, are you clear?
Yes.
Now, to make the whole world more dynamic, what did SIP do? SIP created life. And that life is putting together these elements, 5 elements of molecules of matter, and giving it a spark. And that's what's the life within the body. Which the life within the life is what you called.
Yes.
And when the life within the life goes, what happens, Will?
Then there's just energy. I don't know. You tell me.
That energy, that's also energy. Although it's a dead body, every molecule of the dead body is energy.
Yes.
People will not understand this. But I hope you do.
Well, I know it's a kind of mystery, but this is the foundation of what they call non-duality or oneness. Everything is one. So
Yes.
it looks different. It looks like the body is one, the soul is one, but actually they are one, and one is one.
So what happens, Will, if a bird dies and you put the bird under the soil, what happens to the bird?
Well, the bird is just dissolves into the earth.
Exactly. How does it dissolve? What does it show?
Well, energy. It's all one. Energy.
It all dissolves. It all becomes nothing. It all becomes one with the what the universe is all about.
So it's just like little waves occurring, like waves, like this is like little waves on the ocean. It's the ocean. It's all, but aspects of the ocean. The wave is an aspect of the ocean.
Correct. So the soul comes. The soul gives life because of. So the whole thing has to be understood. The karma, because of karma we take birth. Because of karma we come to earth. The body is not there. The soul gives 2 cells life. Then the life, the soul creates, multiplies the cells. How do cells multiply? How do 2 cells in the body become 4 and 4 become 8 and 8 become 16? How is this magic happening?
Energy. I don't know. Energy.
All energy, absolutely energy. Energy is dividing into cells.
But in terms of karma, am I right in thinking that it is God that decides when the karma when it will come to fruit? Like all of us have karma, and then the timing of it, the God decides today you'll be a beast, today you'll be a human. That decision is made by God.
Does Microsoft decide what's happening on your computer? Does Microsoft or Apple decide what's happening on your computer?
No, I don't. No, not really.
Who decides?
To some degree they do, but to some degree
No. Will, Microsoft and Apple have created a program.
Yes.
The program's running on your computer.
Yes.
Every time you use your computer, it doesn't go back to Apple and Microsoft to ask them the question, what's happening on Will's computer, right?
Yes.
So who's controlling your computer?
I am.
No, the program. You are controlling the data. You are controlling what you're putting into the computer. But who's controlling how the computer is being processed?
Hmm.
There's a program in your computer, right? There's the software in your computer.
Yeah, I don't.
So you're getting or no?
I don't understand. I had the idea that the decision on what, because all of us have a mountain of karma, and the decision when should we put that karma into place, because you could have done something 1,000 years ago, waiting, and then today is the day.
The law of karma is an automatic program of SIP. It's automated, it's instant, it knows what to do. SIP is not controlling karma. Every time you act, I act, 8 billion people with 80 trillion actions. How can SIP be controlling it? It's automatic. Are you getting 8 billion people with 80 trillion actions? How can SIP be controlling it?
I don't know.
It's all automatic. It's all a program. And the program is happening. The program is unfolding. And the moment we understand, we are the divine soul. That's it. You're free from karma and you become one with SIP.
Thank you,
I hope you're clear. Rajanand and Pix.
Sir, before coming to this call, as a common person, I was
Aapko sunay, your voice is not clear. Are you able to hear him? You're not able to hear you. आपका वायर कुछ देखना कुछ. आप बोलिए.
नहीं आवाज सर.
हाँ अभी ठीक है. बोलिए.
सर
I'm saying that because of ignorance, and as a common person, a common man, I was also not knowing about this soul consciousness, about our existences, consciousness, bliss, that soul is nirvikara, soul is nirakara, formless, without blemishes. मैं कोसता था अपने आप को, जब सुखा या दुखा आता था, मैं बोल, this poor soul has done something bad in previous life, and now I would I will go perform puja and I will do all these things, rituals जो भी करते हैं, और I will pray to God that मेरे soul को बख्शो आप. But I would just, as if soul has done everything. So then I was trying to emancipate my soul so that in next birth it will have some good things to face. So ऐसी बात सब लोग, because I was not knowing the concept of mind and ego. It is because of mind and ego that everything happens. Whatever happens is because of my mind. Soul की कोई गलती नहीं है. वो बेचारा सब इससे परे है. ये अलग है सब कुछ. जस्ट एन एनर्जी व्हाट वी हैव बीन लर्निंग. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की तरह ये पाक है, पवित्र है. इट इज ऑल प्योरिटी, प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस, जो भी अच्छी अच्छी बातें इसके ये है. और इसमें कोई वो करने वाली कोई वो भी नहीं है कि शक्ति जैसे बोले कि ये कराता है. इट एनर्जाइज टू डू, इट डज नॉट डू एनीथिंग. सो ये कॉन्सेप्ट है सर, और ये आम आदमी में कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. अभी भी लोग बोलते हैं, अभी भी मुझे घर में भी बोलते हो, ये सोल जाएगा, फिर ये करेंगे, वो हो जाता है, उसको ये हो जाता है. तो दिस थिंग्स हैव टू बी, ये बहुत, इस पे बहुत काम करना पड़ेगा लोगों को, जैसे हम जैसे लोगों को या आपको जैसे जो करते हैं. सो इट्स नॉट सो इजी कि कैन इसको हम फैला सकते हैं.
That's why you should spend a lot of energy helping people. All of you are a network of ambassadors. अभी
Yes,
आप
sir,
बोल
yes.
रहे हैं, people, let me tell you, what we are talking is a very tiny matter today. Let me ask you one question. आत्मा क्या है?
हाँ.
आत्मा क्या है?
आत्मा एक कॉन्शियसनेस है सर.
वो
जो
क्या है?
एनर्जी,
वो किसकी एनर्जी है? वो
शिव की एनर्जी है.
मतलब आत्मा ही परमात्मा है.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
और आप कौन है?
मैं भी उसी का बेसिकली अंश हूँ.
तो मतलब आप शरीर है या आप आत्मा है? आर यू द बॉडी और आर यू द सोल?
नहीं हूँ, मैं शरीर नहीं हूँ, मैं माइंड नहीं हूँ, मैं ईगो, मैं वही हूँ. मैं वही
तो
हूँ.
अगर इंसान को ये समझ में आए, मैन कैन अंडरस्टैंड आई एम गॉड, ही कैनॉट, ही विल गो मैड. इंसान पागल हो जाएगा.
इसलिए डिफिकल्टी आती है ना, बिकॉज व्हेन यू किसको बोलते हो या तुम भगवान हो, वो पागल हो जाता है, ये क्या बोलते हो.
बट यही तो उपनिषद में 5000 साल पहले लिखा है, अहम ब्रह्मस्मि. यही तो आदि शंकरा ने 1200 साल पहले बोला कि शिवोहम. Now the problem is in this call everybody understands, but you have to realize it so much that you can spread this to others. If you don't spread this to others, then we will remain 200 people in this call. Nobody will get to know this.
सर आई थिंक पिछले 50-60 सालों में हम बहुत दूर आ चुके हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ द मटेरियल, जो मटेरियलिज्म में तरक्की हो गई है, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थिंग पीपल हैव कम सो फार. जैसे मैंने एक आपको राइम भेजी थी, कश्मीरी राइम. कश्मीरी में हमारे बचपन में दादी सिखाती थी, वो बोलती चुक्कुस बुक्कुस तिलवन चुक्कुस, मतलब बोलो आप कौन हो, मैं कौन हूँ, फिर बोलो तो आपको, मतलब एज इफ हु एम, जैसे हम बोलते ना हु एम आई, हु एम. हमारे बेसिक में ये पढ़ाते थे उन दिनों जब हम बच्चे थे, ये वेदांत था. लेकिन अब इन दिनों आते 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 अंग्रेजों ने हमारा सत्यानाश करके छोड़ दिया है इंडिया को, और हम सब भूल गए हैं, और इस पे अब बड़ा काम करना पड़ेगा.
Good. Fix Will and Prakasha.
Shivam Guruji, you are searching for the happiest person. Andrew Matthew is the happiest person. He's an American, and 6 University of America are taking research on that. Andrew Matthew, he got his guru at Assam, and he got the teaching from his guru.
Okay. So tell me, what is his mantra of happiness? What is he saying?
He says 5 elements which is most important. First one is yellow color. आप सुबह उठो तो येलो कलर देखो, जैसे सूरज की रोशनी होती है, तो 2 मिनट सूरज की तरफ देखो, आंखें बंद कर लो, उसके बाद में 30 सेकंड उसको इमेजिनेशन करो, तो वो आपके अंदर से हैप्पीनेस की वो लेके आएगा, फीलिंग लेके आएगा. सेकंड, काइंडनेस एक्सरसाइज. थर्ड, रोज एक अखरोट खाओ. ठीक है, ऐसी अब जो भी आपका लिविंग पर्सन है, वो आप गूगल
लेकिन
वो गूगल करना, वो ना अपनी लाइफ में
नहीं, I will study. I tried to find. I found 2-3 people like this, but कुछ sense नहीं बना मुझे कुछ
नहीं 38 साल तक वो जिया था उसके बाद में, तो उसके ऊपर रिसर्च की थी, सेंसर लगाए गए थे उसकी बॉडी पे जो डिटेक्ट किया कि वो कभी दुखी नहीं हुआ उसके माइंड में ब्रेन में।
study. Thank you for giving the feedback. I will say, but see what I'm saying. हमारे ग्रुप में we have understood. आपको समझ में आया हैप्पीनेस क्या है, मैं समझाऊं या आपको समझ में आया?
आई गोट कि इंसान नहीं परमात्मा है, परमात्मा का अंश है, वो कॉन्शियसनेस में रहेगा तो सारी चीजें उसको क्लियर होती रहेंगी।
So what I'm saying, just like we have got the clear picture of happiness, world does not have. The clear picture of happiness is acceptance, surrender, karma, love, kindness, kill the mind, enlighten the ego. हमारे पास we got systematic, scientifically, practical, not see yellow color अखरोट खाओ, अखरोट खाने से yellow color देखने से आदमी खुश हो जाएगा क्या?
नहीं
तो नहीं
वो
हो
तो आपने
सकता।
पॉइंट्स पूछे थे जो मैंने वो
नहीं, I understand. I will study. See what, as a person who's teaching people happiness, I am interested in knowing. And today I was in Maldives, I was studying कि who is the happiness coach? कौन है वो happiness का गुरु? मुझे मिलना बहुत मुश्किल लगा. I will study तुम्हारा आपका Andrews, मैं सब study करता हूँ. But the point is, but the point is that I feel the world has not understood the meaning of happiness. That's why the world is unhappy. World could have been a very happy place. And this Saturday we are hoping to do in the Saturday morning. It's called World Spirituality Day. So we on YouTube live we will be having on Saturday some speaker. I want to get some speaker to have a podcast live on YouTube, maybe 11 to 12 or something. That I will inform you. So we may do a podcast. You may not join the podcast, but you can watch it live on YouTube. So we may have Sadhvi Bhagwati, I think, maybe there, or we may have some spiritual people. I'm trying to get why the world has got no peace. दुनिया में conflict क्यों है? Why the world has got war? We are at the edge of the third world war. Why? Such a modern, intelligent world. Why are we fighting with each other? Why are we killing each other? What is the reason? So this is, I hope, on 31st December is supposed to be World Spirituality Day, but I think we have 1 or 2 days. I will give you information maybe by Sunday or Monday. We should have clarity.
Okay,
thank you, Pix, Will and Prakasha. We will close with Will and Prakasha, 2 speakers.
Shivohang, I have a question about your songs. You've written a lot of Hindi songs. I wonder if there's a library of them, if you've put them into a lot.
I think it's there on the channel called Jeevan Sangeet on YouTube. So they are uploading the songs in a channel called Jeevan Sangeet by AiR, Jeevan Sangeet.
It would be helpful to have them all translated. I think that some of the words are quite useful if it could be translated into English.
Yeah, we can help you do that. I'm not sure that YouTube it has translation, but nowadays every YouTube gets automatically translated. So I think it can be translated. Just try. If you have a problem, let me know.
Yes,
is there any other question, Will?
The Mathieu Richard is he's a French monk living up in Nepal, but he does not take interviews. He doesn't regard himself as a teacher. He's very busy with philanthropy. He's helping the people up there, but I don't think that he would be interested or willing to accept a video because he's not really. He's very popular. He's too well known. And I think he's drawn away from all of that, and he just wants to get on with it.
Is he the happiest person, or in what connection you're saying?
Yeah, he was. They did the big tests on him. They did a lot of tests, and they decided he was for a long time. He was regarded as the happiest person, and he is a very happy person. But you might be able to do an interview with him, but you'll have to try.
We are going to do a lot of interviews with the happiest people in the world. So we are going to try. If all of you can help me, we want to try to reach out to happy people and see how to have a podcast with them. So that's the next year's resolution. And that's also a topic for all of you must have some resolution. So we will spend one day in talking of what is your New Year resolution. Thank you. Close with Prakasha. We will try to check that name as well.
Hi, good evening, Guruji.
Yes, Prakasha.
Today I am seeing you little tired, your face.
Tired? I am never tired.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am never...
Every day the glow is there. Today little tired.
No, no.
Okay.
Okay, tell me. I am never tired.
Guruji, last Friday one movie released in all language, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. That movie name is UI. I am requesting you, Guruji, you instruct to everybody to watch that movie. So beautiful movie, Guruji.
What movie?
2.5
UI.
hours movie. UI, you and I. Movie
What's the
name
meaning?
called you.
What's it?
UI.
And what is it
means
about?
you. You means you. I means I. So it's now screening in all mall and theater, entire
But is it
India.
spiritual? Is it a spiritual movie or what?
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. You instruct to everybody, Guruji. So
Okay, first I
beautiful
must
movie.
know. First I must see, then
Yes,
only I can instruct. Without my
yes,
seeing, I cannot
Guruji.
instruct.
Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. These 5
Anybody has
languages is
seen?
now screen.
Anybody has seen UI? Anybody has seen the movie? Okay, maybe first some people will see who are movie buffs. We have many of the group here, many watching movie.
Because every day you are trying to teach to enlightenment and spirituality, everything. That movie related to whole these things, Guruji.
Okay,
So
let
they
us.
yeah.
We will. Thank you for giving the information. If anybody is
Yes.
interested in movies, I'm not recommending. Prakash is telling it's a spiritual movie. If you see the movie, please give me an update. What is the movie about? And then we will. If it is a good movie, then we will. Thank you, Prakasha. Thank you for your
Thank you. Thank you.
With that,
Guruji.
my dear friends, as I said, the 31st morning is World Spirituality Day. I will give you an update on that. But today's conclusion, very important, the journey of the soul. The journey of the soul, 30 seconds, putting it together like a meditation. That Bala said we should always have a meditation, but putting it together just like a meditation. Let us quickly put this together. The soul is a spark of unique life. The soul comes from SIP. The soul is SIP. The soul gives life to the zygote, the first cell, when two cells fertilize to become one. Then it multiplies from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and the baby of 25 billion cells, each cell carrying the soul energy, arrives on the earth. The body becomes 35 trillion cells. One day the body dies. When the soul stops giving life to the body and the soul merges, the Atma merges with Paramatma. We are that soul. We are that energy. But because we are ignorant, we carry karma. And as the body, the actor, the mind and ego, the director, we live doing karma. And then we return in another birth when a new spark of unique life, soul, gives us life. Let us contemplate on this and let us spend some time in contemplation, for contemplation and meditation will lead to realization. With folded hands, I bow down to you.